Welcome to the morning after 2025 season, week one. The first one's in the books, so we'll get right to the action. As long as last week's show was, this one will be short and we'll get to the point. First of all, we'll get to the week. Actually, we'll talk about some things. The vote did go through, so if your team allows no points defensively, so like if they would allow a defensive touchdown and they don't make the extra point, or they allow a safety and they don't allow any other points, they'll get 3 points. So that makes my life easier. As for the new scoring system, in our league, it really didn't matter, but in my other league, one game was decided by 0.12 points. So that would have been a tie otherwise. So that luckily now, last year we had so many ties. This year, hopefully, it'll be really unusual to get a tie. But on to the week that was in the CFFL. We have the Dynamite falling to the Horn Dog 61.88 to 56.26. The Dynamite could have won with a late DeAndre Swift touchdown. Had the ball at the 1, and they ended up throwing it to Adunze. So Horn Dogs pick up the win. Horn Dogs were led by a big game from Lamar Jackson. So really low scoring week this week. Harkens back to the days of the 90s. It's a lot less scoring. Those days, this game, the only ones who really had a big game were in the Ravens-Bills game. He had 21 points. For the Dynamite, the best player for him was Zay Flowers, who had a great day, 14.55 points. Flowers is a good real life player, doesn't always capitalize on it so much in the fantasy world, but one of his best games, probably in his life, actually. Um, excuse me. Next up, we saw the Maulers take down the Badgers 64.64 to 52.87. Maulers led by Baker Mayfield 17.29 and Bijan having 13.2 points. Badgers had a big day from Emeka Abuka, 15.8 with his 2 touchdowns and 60 yards. Happy to see that on the game winner. Nice job, Emeka. So that was there. Also, we saw the Colts and the Bruisers in a close battle, low scoring defensive struggle. 54.51 to 48.76. Bruisers led by Patrick Mahomes, maybe in his renaissance season, with 18.01 points. Colts had 12.06 from Jaden Daniels. Commanders kind of big lead in that one. I don't think they were too concerned about the Giants as they won relatively easily, so that kind of capped his ceiling there. Another touchdown anywhere from the Colts, and he would have pulled off the win. I took down Team Price is Right, 57.44 to 48.86. It was a bit of a blow up for a while until King Henry, who I really wanted to finally get on my team, Tim. He could have let me have him. Had a big day. He had 22.1 points. For Tim, that was about the only person who had a big day for him. My team really didn't have anybody who had a very good day. I had one person in double figures, and that was Drake May with 10.39. Kyron Williams had 9.45. A lot of yards. CeeDee Lamb had a lot of yards. But no touchdowns. Could have been a really big day if CeeDee Lamb actually caught the ball. Little big man with the high score of the week at 75.48 over the Minotaurs, 54.96. The Minotaurs had no one. Well, one person, sorry, the Denver defense had 10 points in double figures. CJ Stroud was bad. AJ Brown amazingly only got one target in the whole game. He had 0.4 points. Was a letdown there, but the little big men led by a massive day from Josh Allen at 30 points. That helped out a lot. Takedown, that was his only a double-digit score, but enough when he has that much. The rest of the guys can be okay and do something. One of the closest games of the week, actually, it was the closest game. Black Dingoes take down Dr. Dangerous. Dr. Dangerous at 65.96. Dingoes at 69.34. Dingoes led by Jalen Hurts rushing attack of 18 points and Garrett Wilson at 10.75. Dr. Dane had a lot of guys score like high single digits. Deebo Samuel led him with 10.8. So that was the week that was. I don't think there's really anything else going on. I went over the one rule there. Show will be again in 2 weeks. Yeah, that was that. So hope everyone had a nice week, and I was able to win that. Play a little big man this week. So everybody have a great week this week, except of course Chad. Sorry, gonna have to take you down. Thanks for tuning in. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.